Shalom Yesharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rechah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to those Akim that's preach the word in all truth and sincerity, along with your Israelite foreigner brothers that are like the heathens. But the line of outside goes back to the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is brother you call a mop with lesson, and on today's lesson will be entitled "We Are Supposed to Suffer in This Truth." You know, that's gonna go on some precepts, and Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. You know, because one thing about being in this truth is that it's not being in this truth is not easy, man. You know, you have a lot of resistance. You know, as our Lord Yahweh Shai said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. You know, and a lot of times um, we fall a lot to the flesh. You know, but what make us, to keep going, our inspiration is through the fear of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and ultimately the Lord, putting the spirit on us to keep, teaching the truth, man. You know, and as the apostles taught us, Apostle Har, um, as he told the other apostles, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, that you have to love to suffer. Learn to love how to suffer. And that's you know when you first hear that, it's very hard to digest that saying. But really, the suffering is what strengthen your inner man. To make you hasten the day. To look past this place of miracle, man, by Allah the Great. You know, and the scriptures, speak about this. So I just want to go into it, and once again, Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemon Shai. You know, I'm gonna start from the book of Philippians, chapter 1 and verse 29. You know, and this is a epistle that Apostle Paul wrote to the church of Philippi. You know, it says, "For unto you it is given in the behalf of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake," man. Right? So it's not only that we supposed to believe in our Lord Yahweh Shai, but we also gotta suffer for his name's sake, man. Because, you know, as the scriptures say, we are fools, for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. People laugh at us, scorn at us, they think we weird, we bugged out, we a cult, you know. But this is a condition of the battle, Akim, you know. And as it says in 1 Corinthians 4 and 10, it says, "We are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, but you are wise in Yahweh Shai," right? So we may appear fools on the outward appearance to these people of the world, but really we are wise in Yahweh Shai, man. Because we got the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, man. We got the prophecies that we trust in, that we know that's is going to kind of pass in the earth very soon. And it is coming to pass slowly but surely, you know. It says we are weak, but you are strong, all right? We are weak on the outward appearance because we go through a lot of, you know, we got, sicknesses, ailments, but we are strong, man. Because none of these people of the world cannot, do what we do, man, through the Spirit of the Lord. And that's not, boasting or nothing, but, you know, these people, they laugh at us on the outward appearance, but they wouldn't dare do what we do, man. You know why? Because ultimately, Yahweh Shemon Shai didn't choose them, and He didn't put the Spirit on them to do what we do. And first and foremost, you have to be an Israelite, you know, and being of the elect. And Lord willing, we are us in the truth. We are of the hopeful elect. You know, it says you are honorable, but we are despised and right. Lord willing, we those men. We are honorable in the heavens, but we despise on earth. Because they hate Him that rebuketh in the gate, as it is written. You know, and when you go to Luke 14:27, and that's just one of the things, being hated, because our Lord Yahweh Shai, He was hated, man. You know, uh, dealing with balance. A lot of Israelites did believe on his name, believe in his miracles. Believe in the power that he had. You know, but for the most part, our Lord Yahweh Shai was hated, man. By his own people. You know, this is Luke 14:27. It says, "Whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple." And right, and cross represents your afflictions, man. So you know, so whoever cannot bear his afflictions, you know, cannot be the Lord's disciple, man. Because it's meant for us to suffer for the Lord's name's sake. You know, it's so for the newly coming in Akim, if you come across this video, don't be dismayed. Don't be offended. If all of a sudden, once you repent the truth, that all these things start happening to you, man. As it says in First Peter, think it not strange. I believe it's First Peter 4. Um, let's see, yeah, First Peter 4:12. It says, "Share the sufferings of Yahweh Shai. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you, man." See? So, for the newly coming in Akim, you know, don't find it strange that all this fiery trial, which is your afflictions, all of a sudden your family may come up against you because of what you believe in. If you have a woman, your woman might, you know, uh, uh, you might be arguing with your woman more frequent, more often. You know, you start celebrating all these pagan holidays. You're not out of the world no more. You know, you your eyes, your mind is embedded in these scriptures, man. Don't think it's strange, Akim, that a lot of people, you start having a lot of resistance from all these people in the world, man, because ultimately it's Satan trying to pull you back into the matrix. You see, it says, uh, verse 13 says, "But rejoice in as much as you are partakers of Yahweh Shai's sufferings." So rejoice that you are partakers of Yahweh Shai's sufferings, man. You know, now rejoicing, that don't mean you're gonna be, smiling and stuff, but rejoice that the precepts are being applied to your life. That's when you shall rejoice, because that's a token that you're doing the right thing. You see, because if you're not hated in this truth, if you're not vexed in the society, if everything is always going well for you all the time, you know, um, there's something is wrong. You have to check yourself, man. Examine yourself to see whether you're in the faith. Now, sometimes, we have certain periods of time when, the Lord, will ease off Satan off of, the Lord will ease off all the afflictions off of us. It'll be a period of time, some periods of time when you'll be doing good. But, just know that, somewhere within those months, upcoming months or weeks, something gonna happen, you know. And that just, speaking on my, from my journey, my short span of time I've been in the truth, you know, because Satan can leave you for a season, as Satan did for Yahweh Shai, but he came back. And that also can apply to us too. You see, it says, "But rejoice in so much, and as much as you are partakers of Yahweh Shai's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy." That's right, man. You know, because we're gonna, the elect is gonna be exceeding joy when they see Yahweh Shai, because they understand that you know, captivity is over with, man. Suffering is over with. You know, it says, "If you be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you." See, so we should be happy. You know, and yeah, it don't feel good at the moment. Like, like damn. You know, but the Spirit must always kick in. We should rejoice to know that the scriptures are being applied. You know, are being applied correctly. You see, it says on their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. See, because these people they speak evil of Yahweh, you know, but on our part he is Yahweh is glorified, man. You know, and all the righteous prophets suffered tribulation, man. Is the reason why the scholars called Jeremiah the weeping prophet. Because Jeremiah was a prophet during the Babylonian captivity. And he was going through hell with his people, man. He was arguing arguing with King Zedekiah to bow down to Nebuchadnezzar. He didn't want to do it, and throwing him in prison. He was in stocks. He was in threw him in mud. You know, and it's like not mud in the mire to let him sink down, let him die. So just an example of one prophet. He was going through a lot, man. All for the name of Yahweh Shema Shai's sake, for speaking for uh for speaking the truth, man. You know, but people hate the truth. This is Acts 14:22. You know, and it says confirming the souls of the disciples and confirming. Let's look it up. It's from the Greek word esperterizo at
Strong's G 1991 episterizo.
mm-hmm.
Episterizo,
which means strengthen. So this is Apostle Paul. I believe this is after he got stoned. That's another thing. Apostle Paul, he actually died. He got stoned. He went into the spiritual realm. But the Heavenly Father sent him back, man. You know. So Apostle Paul, he went through all, which we're gonna, read what he was going through later on this lesson, little one. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them. Exhorting them means encouraging them to continue in the faith, and that we must do much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So right, Akim, so through much tribulation, we're gonna enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, Lord willing, we those men. And that great tribulation is gonna be Jacob's trouble, you know. So man, you know, uh, yeah, I just to prove that, I just read that to prove that, Apostle Paul he was stoned, you know. Acts 14:19 says, and there came thither certain Jews from Antioch and Iconium and persuaded the people, and having stoned Paul, drew him out of the city, supposing he had been dead. See, they stoned Paul, man. You know, it says, howbeit, as the disciples stood around about him, he rose up. So the Lord rose him up, man, put the spirit back in his body, and came into the city. And the next day he departed with Barnabas to Derbe. You know, so Apostle Paul he actually died, but the Lord, put his spirit back in him to go out and teach the word again, man. That was a miracle, you know. And let's just read this, a few things what Apostle Paul was going through, you know. Um, just to further support the title of the lesson that you're gonna go through you're gonna go through a lot of tribulations in this truth, you know. 2 Corinthians 11:22. It says, "Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Yahushai? I speak as a fool. I am more in labors more abundant." So Apostle Paul, he was in labors more abundant, and stripes above measure. So he was getting whipped with them stripes by them Jews, you know. In prisons more frequent. So Apostle Paul, he was in prison a lot. And deaths off. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one, which is 39 stripes. So Apostle Paul received 39 stripes 5 times. So you already know his body, his back was all mangled and stuff. You know, it says thrice, which is 3 times, was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. Thrice, yeah, once I was stoned, as we read, um, Acts 14, he was stoned. You know, But the Lord, put His Spirit back in his body and told him to go and go out and teach the word again. You know, it says thrice I suffered shipwreck, so 3 times he suffered shipwreck. And shipwreck, man, that's scary, man. Got all them creatures in the ocean. You know, imagine you suffering shipwreck in the middle in the middle of the night, man. And it's cold, man. It says a night and a day I have been in the deep of the ocean, depth of the ocean, man. You know, it says in journeys often and perils of water, which perils means dangers, and perils of robbers, and perils by my own countrymen. So Apostle Paul was going through it with robbers and countrymen, and perils by the heathen, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren, man. You know, and weariness and painfulness, and watchings often, and hunger and a thirst. So Apostle Paul, he was experiencing hunger and thirst, and fasting often, and cold and nakedness. You know, it says, besides those things that are without, that which is coming upon me daily, the care of all the churches. So basically, he was saying, you know, even though he was going through all these things, man, but he still had to care for all the churches, man. The believers in Yahweh Shai. He was focused on that, man. He was focusing on the body of believers in Yahweh Shai, which were Israelites among the different churches. To help build them up, man. That's what he was worried about. You know. So man, he had a very very strong mindset, man. The Lord gave Apostle Paul a very strong mindset. He was a great man of the Lord, man. Great prophet. You know. Um, this is First Peter 1:6. Where are ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, man. You know, and sometimes that can happen to us. We be in manifold. We are in heaviness. We just feel like we're heaviness. We just, our minds just, you feel overwhelmed. You feel like you about to go insane. Just from dealing with this world, man. Just, sometimes you want to give up, man. But as Apostle Ramla said one time in this video, we can't give up, man. Which we know it's the Lord that controls our minds. But giving up is not an option, man. We did come this far in this truth to just fall out. Lord one, that's not our that's not our lot at the end of the day, man. You see, um, 12%. It says, heaviness, it says to make sorrowful, cause grief. You know, to grieve, man. And right, man, we signed and crying for all the abominations that be done in this there, as it says, Ezekiel 9 chapter, man. You know, sometimes we can shed tears. You know, spirits can just cry out. You know, it says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, uh, though it be tried with fire, might be found to praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. And that's right. So I can, it's meant for us to suffer in this truth. You know, I know that's a hard saying, to digest, but it's the truth, man. As our apostle taught us, it's the truth. We're supposed to suffer in this truth, you know, because for one, we are the land of our captivity. And number two, we're under curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. So it's better to know, it's better to have the truth and know why we're going through it than to not have the truth at all and we going through it. So it's way better, I can, that we have the comforter, which is the spirit of truth when the world cannot receive, than to not have the truth and you going through it. You don't know why you going through this, man. You don't know why all this stuff is happening. So, Barakatah Yahweh Shemon Shai, call Allah Yahweh Shemon Shai, for giving us the truth, man. Because if it wasn't for the truth, hey, we'll all be probably flip out, man. Probably be dead and in prison, man. So, the water Yahweh Shemon Shai, call Allah Yahweh Shemon Shai for the truth, man. So, yeah, okay, I just want to make a quick lesson on that. Well, when I was edified, and until next time, shalom.